Good evening, everyone. This is the Rooftop Sports, and here I am for some more Sonics basketball as we've got the Seattle SuperSonics and the Charlotte Hornets. And there has been some concerning reports. Not that I'm really going to say anything, or I was going to write an article about it, but I don't know if it's that much necessary. I think I'd rather verbalize it, but hold on. A little bit gassy because I had some really good Vietnamese food, but yeah, Shammond Williams is demanding a trade. Says the well, before I get into it, you know what? Hit that like button. And you know what? No, I gotta follow with the story. So yeah, Shammond Williams says, please trade my client. That's the agent. He's given you plenty of time to work with him into the rotation, but you still refuse. Ah, all I can say is, I mean, you're just a rookie. And no, he's not 15 years old on that. I mean, he's still played a pivotal role in the Sonics with the buzzer beater against San Antonio. And the other thing too is I can't really trade. There's not really a reason to trade you right now. I mean, you're getting close to paid. You're getting close to being paid $2 million, and you still have a contract going through 2000. So I don't know what to tell you, Shammond Williams, but you're just gonna have to you're just gonna have to stay with what you're gonna stay at this point. So I can't really I can't really do much to trade you because you're still stuck on a 2-year contract. But boy, did he tank his ratings. But so is like everyone else really. Anyways, let's go to 1999. And here we are. We're going to play against the Charlotte Hornets. We got some business to take care of, simulate through the day. Oh, we got some scouting complete, so I got to get some scouting done. Okay, so they want to do Andre Miller and Rip Hamilton are projected to be the best players. Baron Davis has moved up. Who hasn't? All right, I'm gonna have someone look at Baron Davis, Rip Hamilton, and Andre Miller. Got Steve Francis, who's highly up in considerations. Elton Brand, it's top 5. In the lottery, it's supposed to be Manu Ginobili, Andre Karolenko. Ron Artest is now moving up in the ranks. He is going to be in the lottery. So it's pretty unclear if I'm going to be able to get to Ron Artest's range. Jason Terry, Sean Marion, Wally Zerbiak, Lamar Odom, Rajah Bell. So those are the really well-known players. All right, let's get into the Charlotte game. I'll have them dress in red. It's going to be between Eddie Jones, Anthony Mason, Eldon Campbell, Ricky Davis coming off the bench. Starters will be Jamie Watson, Ruben Patterson, Rashard Lewis, Dennis Rodman, and Jerome James. All right, let's play some Sonics basketball. Here's Watson being guarded. And here's Jerome James. And he throws it up and he's fouled. Wow, what a nice throw up by Jerome James. And he goes for the free throw. And he makes it. And now it's 3-0. Watson is now guarding David Wesley. Now Jones is being guarded. Here's Phyllis. And Jones for 3. And rebound Rodman as he misses it. To Rashard Lewis. And he's fouled. And the Sonics are coming out jumping to a 5-0 lead. And he makes it. Most notably, the Sonics did play each other. I believe it was in the opener where they did lose to Charlotte. Oh, and Eldon Campbell. He will get the Hornets the first basket. Now here's Jamie Watson. And it's kickball violation, Sonics basketball. There's Rashard Lewis. Gets it to Jerome. And loses the ball. And stolen by Watson. Gets it to Rashard. No, Rashard Lewis. No, out of bounds. Probably Daniel Barry. Yep. Cheers. And stolen. And here's Phil's. And he is fouled, and he makes it. Just like that, after 2 and 1s by the Sonics, Charlotte has now roared back. Lewis for 3. No. And Rashard Lewis has been struggling as of late. His shots are just not falling. And blocked by James. That was Chuck Person, or that could have been Wesley Person going for a shot. And it just did not happen. Lewis for 3. And he makes it. He has now 6 points, leading the team. And Wesley with the steal. And he might, nope, he's going to use Ruben Patterson for some help. And he makes it. And now Sonics are up 11-7. They are off to a pretty good start. And Rodman with the block. And Watson with the rebound. Here's Lewis. Does he need help? He's going to use Ruben Patterson. And now it's 13-7 Seattle. Sonics are shooting 83% from the field. What more can they do? And he makes it. Here's Lewis for 3. And I thought Rodman was going to get that one, but he doesn't. Oh my goodness. Now 13-11. What a catastrophe. Lewis again for 3. He makes it. He has now 9 points. Now Lewis is coming out playing a lot better than he did the last game. Here's Phil's. And he makes it. And he's actually been making some shots. Bobby Phil's. Here's Patterson for 3. He's not going to make it. And he hasn't been really shooting his threes well either. He's been struggling offensively for quite some time. Here's Person. And James with the rebound. Here's Watson. Gets it to Lewis. And he makes it. Lewis now has 11 points. And a 3-pointer by Wesley. And Patterson gets the rebound. Here's Patterson. Eldon Campbell makes it. Here's Watson. Patterson for 3. Okay, he's got to stop shooting threes. Patterson is really shooting himself potentially away from a starting job for next season. And they miss. And now here is Watson to Jerome James. He's going for a fadeaway. And Patterson gets the rebound and he gets the dunk. And a timeout's been called by Charlotte. And blocked by Rodman again. And Watson gets the rebound. Gets it to Rodman. And now Lewis is being heavily guarded. And he gets around to Jerome James. Nice pass by Lewis. And that was on that pick and roll. As James really does well with that pick and roll. And how did Rodman lose that assignment? It is now 22-19 Seattle. And Lewis for three. No. Won't go. Now there's Patterson. And blocked by Rodman again. Dennis Rodman is absolutely on fire on defense. And loses the ball. And Davis will get it in for the dunk. That is Ricky Davis. Here's Watson. Rodman. Lewis again for three. He misses. And he's still struggling from downtown as of late. Nearly a steal. Here's Beck for three. Davis has an open shot for three again. And Patterson with the board. Here's Lewis. And he misses the easy layup. How is that possible? Here's Watson going for a jumper. And will not go. Livingston with the rebound. And the foul by Ricky Davis. And now Charlotte has taken the lead. Oh no, and a steal by Ricky Davis. And he makes it. And now Charlotte has now taken a 4-point lead. And Watson for Lewis, who put it up. And he makes it at the buzzer. And now let's see what Sonics can do. Got Shammond Williams on the court, as he has shown frustrations already. But thing is, he's just a rookie. They also have Mario Bennett, who they just signed, and a three-pointer. Williams to Stevens. Here's Williams for three. And he's not going to make it. And fouled by Hamilton. And that's going to be a layup done by Campbell. And here's Williams for three. He makes it. Williams, one of the more streaky shooters, but he'll help do a little more spark plug for the team. I think he wants to try to be at least the backup point guard, as he did start this season as a starter. And Anthony Mason gets it, and Williams gets the rebound. And gets over to Resprit. And a steal. Terrible pass by Resprit. Now here's Ricky Davis, and he throws it down. And the foul. Here's Williams for 3. Shamon Williams with 6 points already off the bench. Here's Wesley. And here's Stevens with the rebound. It looks like Williams had an open look. Now here's Resprit for 3. And he makes it, ties the game. Resprit and Williams has single-handedly brought the Sonics back into the game real quickly in literally just a couple minutes of play. And Wesley for 3. Really shouldn't be shooting the threes like that. And Stevens gets the board. And Williams for 3. No, and Stevens gets it. It was a nice hustle, but he was not able to finish. Oh, my goodness. Stevens for 3. No. Sonics are just camping out in the three-pointers too much. They got to do some more ball movement. And Wesley for 3. Elvin Campbell gets the rebound. And he's fouled. I got a couple shots at the line. He makes the free throw. Can he do it again? He makes it. Another turnover. Here's Phils. And Campbell, he has definitely been playing very well. 5 for 5. He's off to a very hot start. Stevens for 3. And he makes it. Sonics are 6 of 16 from downtown. They do shoot a lot of threes. And a steal by Williams. He has some help. Gets it to Stevens for the dunk. Shamon Williams has been a major factor. And Mason makes a nice little hook shot. I think it's going to be time to bring the starters back out. And Campbell with the steal. And Person will float it. And Resprit gets the rebound. Williams for 3. Stevens with the board. And here's Resprit for 3. And a loose ball foul, and Hamilton is now in deep foul trouble. Here's Wesley. And he makes the 3. And here's Lewis. And a steal by Watson. And the alley-oop? Nope. Sonics just continue to throw the ball away. And Wesley was able to sneak that in there. Lewis for 3. Campbell with a nice behind the back. And here's Wesley. James with the rebound. And gets it to Lewis as he's heavily guarded. And Lewis with a nice save. And Rodman, he's able to lay that in. It's actually his first basket of the game. It is now 46 to 50, or 46 to 40. Wesley for 3. He's got to stop shooting those threes. Shooting so much of them. Watson is wide open for 3. Did not expect him to make that shot. And that is also his first basket of the game. Sonics are just hanging tough. Wesley probably not going to make it. Nope. And Rodman's going to just let that go. And now it's Sonics basketball. Sonics are struggling at 10-24 this season. They are on track to have the second best odds in the lottery behind Charlotte. There's James. And he's fouled and he makes it. Jerome James with his grinding moves. James has now 8 points. Is now 46 to 46. He makes those random and ones a lot. Here's Jones. Rebound Rodman. To Lewis. Out of bounds. And someone just has to get Campbell. He is 6 for 6 with 7 boards. Lewis makes go for a shot. Nope. Sonics are just getting suffocated. And here's Watson going for a jumper and misses. He rushed that shot. Lewis gets the rebound. Sonics have a chance to cut it to at least a 2-point lead. And now here's Watson with a dunk. Nice pass by Rodman to bring it within 2. Now final seconds. Beck has the ball. I think they're going to look for that double team. Eddie Jones has it, the former Laker. Livingston has it. And he's fouled, and Jerome James commits the foul. As they're going to go for 2 free throws. And he misses. And he makes this one this time. Here's Watson. He's just going to chuck it up. Oh, and he almost made it too. And now it's halftime. Who are the leading scorers of the Sonics? Rashard Lewis, but he's shooting 5 of 13. Jerome James, maybe get him some more touches. Shammond Williams is 2 for 5. Patterson's 3 for 6. Stevens has a 5 and 4 day going. Watson, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. Resprit has 3 points. Rodman has 3 blocks. I think I gotta try to give Bennett a shot at some point in the second half as he would make his Sonics debut. They're just going to roll with the starters. They're going to try to see if they can get maybe Patterson some more touches. Here's Wesley. And Rodman gets the rebound. Here's Patterson to Jerome James. And he misses it. He misses a point-blank shot. Eddie Jones. And Campbell's just killing the Sonics on the board. And Rodman should be getting those rebounds, but he's not. Here's Watson to Rodman. And he's fouled. He has to go to the line. He misses that free throw. He makes it. Now it's down to a 4-point lead for Charlotte. And there's Jones for 3. Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful rainbow shot. Now it's a 7-point lead for Charlotte. Nearly lost the ball. Watson's trying to post. Lewis for 3. He's just not making anything. Patterson simply just can't get open. Here's Eddie Jones. Lewis gets the rebound. Here's Lewis. And misses. And a 3-pointer is made. And here's Phils. Goes for the dunk. And now I think they're going to have to call that timeout. Because it's just not working. I think they're going to try Resprit, Stevens. They're going to give Bennett a shot and see what he can do. Stevens for 3. And he makes it. Stevens now trying to keep the Sonics in the game. And a steal by Stevens, and he gets it to Watson. Back to Stevens. No, he loses it. And here's Jones for 3. Here's Mason, and he makes it. Here's Jerome James, and he's fouled. He likes to draw the fouls. He makes the free throw. Oh my goodness. Sonics have lost control of this game. Here's Stevens. And it was a nice pass by Bennett. Mario Bennett with a nice pass. Let's look at that again. It was Bennett. He knew that someone was open. He makes the 3-pointer. He's now 4 for 6. And timeout has been called. Oh my goodness. to James. And he misses, but Bennett gets the rebound. And he's going to try to make it himself. And he tried, and he thought he was fouled. Here's Jones for 3, in and out. James gets the rebound. Here's Stevens. Stevens for 3. And Stevens makes it again. He is 4 for 5 from downtown. Bennett's now committing the double team. And he's fouled. Anthony Mason commits the foul. And now they're going to bring a couple players in. Remaining of their bench players. See if the bench can do something about it. Jamon Williams is trying to get some more space. Instead, he'll get it to Resprit for 3. Resprit now makes it a 7-point lead. 7-point deficit. He's now being guarded. Here's Ricky Davis to Phils. And Davis with a floater. And he misses. And now it's going to get it to the Sonics. And Resprit again for 3. Oh! And Resprit immediately gets it to a 4-point game. Just literally a second ago, it was literally like, I don't even know. It was an 8-point game. And now all of a sudden it's 4, if I even say that right. So 64 minus, it was a 10-point game. And now just 2 3-pointers, a blink of an eye. And here's Resprit again. Oh, Resprit was on fire at a point. Oh, blocked by Stevens. Bennett gets that rebound. And here's Williams for 3 and brings it to within a 1-point game. And what an absolute stunner. It was literally a 10-point game a few minutes ago. And now it has turned into just 1. Resprit and Jamon Williams carrying this team. Pretty much the bench has been carrying this team. I think they've been more offensively efficient than the starters themselves. And now here's Bennett trying to go for a shot, and he makes his first basket with the Sonics. Bennett has also been somewhat of a factor. He's been hustling on defense. I'm not sure if he will be an actual future of the Sonics, but at least someone to fill in some time. And blocked by Hamilton. And Williams, he's going to bring it up. Now here's Resprit. He's wide open for 3. No! But Hamilton gets the rebound, and he makes it. And now the Sonics have just taken the lead after they were down 10. They have been absolutely flaming. Now here's Wesley for 3. Air ball. Bennett with another rebound. And now here's Stevens. What has he got? Here's Bennett or Stevens for 3. And Bennett with another hustling rebound. Oh, he gets the dunk. Oh my goodness. Mario Bennett has been actually a major factor. Here is Mason, and he makes the shot. Mario Bennett has actually been a factor. And here's Jamon Williams for 3. No. Bennett was trying to get that rebound. Eddie Jones is now 1 for 9. Ah, Mason gets in there. Williams for 3. And this is where he gets very streaky. Here's Stevens. Oh, nice pass by Ricky Davis behind the back. And now that brings it to a 3-point lead that extends it. And now here's Hamilton. And he makes it. is now 77-76. What do the Sonics have? And rebound, and Mason makes it. It is now 79-76. Williams will has the ball now. Maybe he'll hold it to the last shot. He's just waiting. He's going to go for the shot and misses. But the Sonics did make a nice little comeback. It's at 76-79. Eldon Campbell has been absolutely murdering them. Rashard Lewis, 13 points, 5 rebounds. Stevens, 14 points and 4 rebounds. Williams has been 3 for 9. Rodman hasn't really been doing much. Bennett, 4 points and 4 rebounds. Now they're going to bring out the starters. Lewis for 3. And misses so badly, it went out of bounds. Lewis, as much as he has really shown his potential, he's also been shown to be a very streaky shooter. It's very unclear where his role is going to be for next season. And it's fouled by Patterson. Now here's free throws. And he makes it. Now here's Watson. Some screens have to be made. And Rodman with the screen. And he gets it. And a goaltend. So count the basket. $78, $71, $81-$78. Oh, nice moves by Mason. Watson going for a 3. Rodman gets the rebound, and he makes it. 83-80. Rodman is absolutely on a tear. And fouled by Watson. They're now keeping it to within a 3-point game. Let's see how Resprit is doing. Resprit's 3 for 6. And Watson nearly caused the steal. And blocked by Patterson. And where's this going to go? To Rashard Lewis and for the dunk. And now it's just a 1-point game. What do you got? Now here's Jones for 3. Oh, no. Eddie Jones has made a couple shots. Here's Lewis for 3. Rashard Lewis answered it right back. He has now 18 points. I think they're going to give him a little bit of rest. They're going to bring Resprit. Now here's Campbell. Blocked by Rodman. Nice blocks by Rodman. And now here is Rashard Lewis. And he misses it. Rodman had the block, but Lewis missed it, killing the momentum. And a steal by Watson, and he's going to go for the dunk, and he makes it. More than making up for it. Now here's Eldon Campbell, and misses, and blocked by James. And turnover, as the Sonics do have a 1-point lead. The dunk attempt was failed, and now here's Rashard Lewis, and he will get it in there. And now it's just a 3-point lead for Seattle. Now here's the 3, and misses, and Watson gets the rebound. And here's Patterson, he will miss it. Misses it from point blank. And here's Wesley, and Rodman gets the rebound. And here's Rashard Lewis, gets it to Patterson. He's blocked by Wesley, but Patterson, but kickball violation. Oh, and a steal. Oh, blocked by Watson. And we got here's Bennett. He's got 4 points and 4 rebounds. Can he post is the question. He's going to try to, at least. Doesn't really have the body strength to do it. He's going to go for the hook shot. Oh, he makes it. Bennett now has 6 points, as he has been a major factor. It's now 91-86. And now Watson gets another rebound. Now here's Bennett again. Here's Stevens. And now Resprit for 3, and he makes it. And now the Sonics have now extended it to an 8-point lead. What is going on? Watson has been also a huge factor. Watson with 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists, along with his 3 steals. But now they're going to bring in Shammond Williams to see if he can just finish the job and put away the Charlotte Hornets. Now here's Phils for 3. Actually, foot on the line, that's a 2-pointer. Now here's Bennett. He goes in, and he's fouled. But he's been very aggressive today. But he can't make free throws exactly. And he makes that one. Mario Bennett on his debut, 7 points, 4 rebounds. And now it's rebounded. Now here's Bennett. Gonna try to post up again, but he misses it. And now he's getting a little bit sluggish as Charlotte's trying to make a comeback, as they have to. Now here's Phils. And Hamilton's going to get the rebound. Here's Williams for 3. And brings it up to a 10-point lead. And timeout called by Charlotte, coached by Paul Silas. Charlotte Hornets have just been terrible this quarter. Here's Wesley for 3. Oh, he makes it. And now that gets something going. And here's Rodman. Here's Williams for 3. And misses. And now time is really running out. What do they got? Now here's Campbell, and he makes it. And now the Sonics are just starting to crumble a little bit. And here's Jerome James, and he gets it in. He was wide open. And now it goes up to a 7-point lead. Now here's Phil's. Oh boy, it is a 5-point game. And here's Resprit for a deep three and misses. And now it's just under a minute left in this game. Now here's Campbell. And he misses it. And Rodman going for a shot. And Lewis gets it. And he's fouled. And he's fouled. Resprit's going to go for free throws. And he misses. That is not good. But he makes that one. Here's David Wesley. Here's Phil's for three. And now it's just a 3-point game. And now they just completely threw the ball away. What were they thinking? And now Charlotte has a chance to make a significant chance for a comeback. And now it's just a 1-point game. What in the world just happened? And wait, where's the defense? And James makes it. He now has 13 points. Here's Wesley. Here's Campbell. And he misses, but he gets the rebound. They got to do something. Like, what are they doing? And there's Jones to tie the game. Oh, my goodness. He just ties the game. And now who has the chance to win? Sonics now have the ball. Here's Resprit. He's going to try to draw the double team on himself. And now here's Williams. And he throws the ball away. And now Charlotte has a chance to finish the game on a buzzer. They just threw away the ball. But who's going to take the last shot? Here's Wesley going for a long shot. Nope. And we go to overtime. I cannot believe it. They're going to roll with their starters. I think they're going to give Mario Bennett, Stevens some time. And even Hamilton is going to get in some minutes for Jerome James. And oh boy, and a steal. Looks like the Sonics are about to throw this game away. Now Rodman. And here's James. And that's 15 points for Jerome James. Rodman with 7 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 blocks. So he's been a defensive factor. Now here's Jones. And here's Wesley for 3. Oh, he makes it. Just barely so. And now Watson with the ball. And now here's James. And he makes it. James now has 17 points. As he has quietly been one of the scorers of this team. And blocked by Jerome James. But it's going to be out of bounds. They're going to get some of their bench players in. McCoy hasn't really gotten much playing time. Here's Eddie Jones. And now Stevens with the rebound. Stevens for 3. Stevens makes a 3-pointer, and now it's just a 1-point lead for the Sonics, as Stevens has been a major factor. Here's Bennett trying to defend Mason. Here's Wesley for 3. And they are just exchanging points. Here's Stevens again. Oh! Joe Stevens now has 19 points. He has just been absolutely on fire. Now here's Phil's. Oh boy. He makes it. Here's Stevens again. Oh! He does it again. And Stevens is absolutely on fire. Got 8 points. No, 22 points on 6 of 8 from three-pointer. Here's Eddie Jones, and they're just exchanging three-pointers. Jones is now 4 for 8. He was the one who tied the game. Now here's Patterson. You probably don't want him shooting it. And here's Bennett. What has he got? He's fouled, and he will go to the line. He makes the free throw. Bennett has been quite a factor. Bennett now has 9 points. They were trying to get Rodman back, and they are going to. Here's Campbell, and he is fouled. He'll make the free throw. Rodman checks in, as Bennett was able to get him some relief. And then rebound, misses. And here's Resprit. He goes for a dangerous pass. Now here's James. And he misses. And Phils has now the ball. Eldon Campbell's been having a classic game. And David Wesley makes it. I don't think they necessarily have to rush for a shot. Rodman sets the screen and gets it to Jerome James. Nice pass by Rodman, who ties the game. Nice pass by Rodman, which got Jerome James to tie the game. And what do we got? 119 tie ball game. Here's Wesley. And he's holding to the last shot. There's Campbell. And misses. And the Sonics have a chance to end this game. Who are they going to give it to? Is it going to be Stevens? And now here's Williams for 3. Oh, a buzzer beater by Shammond Williams. And that's the second time this season that he has won the game for the Sonics. It is over. They have won 122 to 119. And what a game for Shammond Williams, as he continues to prove that he is one of the more clutch players for the Sonics. And the Sonics are just walking out the court gracefully, as this game is over. I cannot believe what I just saw. Shammond Williams literally just threw up a 3-pointer to end the game, but he is not the player of the game. It goes to Joe Stevens, and deservedly so. Stevens was one of the driving forces of overtime. Even got a block himself. He was making all those 3-pointers. look at the stats. Wesley had 29. I don't care about them, but he was 5 of 12 from three-pointer. Joe Stevens was 8 of 11, 6 of 8, 22 points, 6 rebounds. Rashard Lewis had a 20-point game. Jerome James, 19 points. Shammond Williams, 15 points, including that buzzer beater. And that's his only attempts, has been three-pointers. Resprit was fine, 4 for 8. Bennett was a factor, 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Maybe Rodman's teaching him a couple things. And he was arguably more efficient than, well, he was maybe not so much efficient, but Bennett did play very well. Rodman had 7 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. Jamie Watson had 13 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. This guy was insane. It was even 3 of 7 with a three-pointer. Patterson went 6 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Hamilton, 4 points and 5 rebounds. And the only one that didn't really contribute at all was Jelani McCoy. Tyronn Lue didn't even play in the game. Well, now I got to snapshot these stats. Can't believe Shammond Williams made that three-pointer. That was just absolute savage. And now Seattle. Joe Stevens. He was the leading scorer. Bennett was a major factor. And that's it. So I am projected to be back tomorrow. Let's see what else they've got. So I'll simulate through that. Sonics are now 11 and 24. To the power rankings we go. Sonics still have the second worst record in the NBA. They are also along with the Chicago Bulls and the Toronto Raptors. Bobcats are the worst team in the NBA by far. Sonics are just 10 and 23. So right now the projected lottery is Charlotte or the Bobcats, the Sonics, the Bulls, the Raptors, the Denver Nuggets, Grizzlies, Clippers, Hornets. The Hawks are now falling all of a sudden. The Mavericks, Knicks at 11, 12, and 13. So the Rockets. In the Western Conference, the Sonics are the second worst team in the Western Conference. And the Hawks, they've been falling out of contention at 18 and 18. That's pretty sad, considering I just gave him Dominique Wilkins. It looks like he hasn't really done much since. He's a 10-point scorer, sharing the ball with Steve Smith, Jalen Rose, LaFonso Ellis, Shepard, and Mutombo. He's been mostly coming off the bench, too. Rashard Lewis has now started 11 games. Jerome James has started them all. Respert started just one game. Watson has been starting most of this season. Lou was a starter for a point. Hamilton started just 3 games. Let's see if Shammond Williams got any happier. I hope he did. Still not happy. So I'll be back for the Nets game on the 9th. Well, I'll try to do the game tomorrow because it'll be tough for me to do it on the 9th because I got stuff going on. And it's going to be Milwaukee after that for the rest of the week on the 11th. Well, I'm taking off. Just wanted to say thank you very much for being part of this. Everyone have a good night and go Sonics.